Well, media literacy is dead, and we killed her. Half the fandom is fighting, and this has turned into a family feud of who's in the right, Stolas or Blitz. And it's clear a lot of you didn't rewatch the show in anticipation for this episode. If you had, more of you would be understanding of Blitz's perspective, because none of what he said was inaccurate from his point of view. I think in these trying times, we should remember the literary device, dramatic irony, in which the audience understanding of events or individuals surpasses that of the characters. So while we as an audience can see the desperate desire to connect with Blitz, the lengths at which he will go to put them on common ground, and the hopeful pining in anticipation of his upcoming confession, Blitz can only work off what he can directly see, such as Stolas hiding his face not once, but 3 times while at Ozzy's, or the overt sexual tones that Stolas set at the beginning of the series. Frankly, it is no wonder that Blitz took Stolas' statements as unserious. That this was casual, transactional, a quid pro quo, favors for favors, to use Stolas' words. Someone could even suggest that there is structural irony in the argument that follows. Structural irony occurs when the perspective of an unreliable narrator differs from a reality of a situation. Oftentimes this happens when a character is unintelligent. However, it can also be if they are naive or ignorant. Honestly, he is both ignorant to the struggles of imps in Hell's society, as well as naive to relationships, the latter of which he directly questions in When I See Him.
Your relationship, or am I still naive? I'll set us free.
And honestly, I can't wholeheartedly blame him for his naivety. His only point of reference on relationships is a woman who hates him, who is both emotionally and physically abusive towards him, and then romance novels. In a way, he has created a false binary where everything must go as smoothly as plotted as if in a novel, or everything will become chaotic and toxic like Stella. Stolas gives no room for middle ground, which is why everything went so poorly at the end of the episode. It was like a switch was flipped. When Stolas saw things weren't going his way and Blitz was raising his voice, all he saw was Stella, completely ignoring the fact that righteous, justifiable anger exists, and Blitz had every right to be upset. See, that's where the ignorance comes in. He doesn't understand the plight of imps in his own privilege. Like Stella, Stolas has been known to manhandle the imps on his staff, and those bad behaviors have actually bled into his interactions with Blitz over time when he's angry or upset. So him asking for a fucking minute after all the things that Stolas has put him through is a completely valid response. Him saying he's been treated and dismissed like one of Stolas' staff is also valid. Calling him a pompous rich asshole when he's acted like a pompous rich asshole? Completely valid. And dare I say, edging towards telling Stolas that he has acted just like his father? Valid. If you act like a hypocrite, you'll get called a hypocrite. When you make things purely about sex from the beginning, and you decide to change things halfway through, you can't be mad when your partner gets confused.
On the full moon, you return the book to me, followed by a night of passionate fornication.